CES 2023 is set in the beautiful city of Las Vegas, and Nvidia is the first ones to announce their upcoming products. However, that's not the case because Nvidia's press conference wasn't a press conference at all. It was a digital recording that we all got to watch on the internet at the same time. I didn't get to show up, didn't see Jensen with the leather jacket, but let's talk about the things that they released that look exciting and some things that are not so exciting right now. I have a couple key things that I want to talk about. There's actually 5 interesting things that I thought you should know about from the press conference that Nvidia just released. First thing I thought was useful is their GeForce Now updates. For those of you that don't know, their GeForce Now is their cloud-based experience where you can sign up for a digital connection to a gaming PC somewhere in the world, and you can game without a computer that should be able to game. So what they're doing is they're updating their cloud software and adding 40 series GPUs to it. They're gonna add more areas around the world so you'll have less latency because you're gonna be able to connect to these sites because they'll be closer to you. It's almost like a hub for your internet. They're adding what they're calling 4080 super pods. Maybe this is where all the 4080s went. This will enable 240 Hertz reflex mode, and they're changing their highest tier subscription. I don't know what they used to call it, but now it's gonna be called their ultimate tier, and it comes in at $19.99 a month. This is USD pricing, by the way. The second topic of introduction is their 4070 Ti. We all knew this was coming. The leaks have come out for weeks now, and so all the specs are already out there. I'll list them on the screen here. You can check it out, but they're starting at $799. They are only going to be partner cards, so Nvidia is not making a Founders Edition for the 4070 Ti. Unfortunately, that makes pricing kind of volatile because they're saying that it's $799 starting price. The AIBs will probably only offer 1, maybe 2 GPUs at that $799 price, and then the rest of them are gonna be over $800, $900, maybe even $1,000 for like a Strix model. I wouldn't be surprised. The release date is January 5th, so 2 days from now, you'll be able to pick these cards up for yourself if you want. I don't anticipate them selling really well because the 4080s didn't sell really well either. And if you didn't know, the 4070 Ti is just a rebranded 4080 12GB. They changed the name, left the specs the same, and lowered the price by $100. That's the gist of it. The charts really weren't that impressive to me, and that's Nvidia's own performance charts that they're showing. Some of the games, they're almost the exact same performance, so I really don't expect the 4070 Ti to wow or impress anybody. And honestly, the 70 series class cards have always been able to beat last generation's flagship card. The 2080 Ti and the 3070 pretty much were on par performance with each other. They traded blows a little bit. I would expect the 4070 Ti to be able to beat the 3090 Ti. Gosh, the numbers are so confusing. Third thing that Nvidia introduced is their gaming laptops for 40 series cards. Man, laptops have really come a long way. I have not had a laptop in a long time. I just now got an Asus laptop to be able to come to CES, and I'll tell you, like, I'm so impressed with how small these things are versus the kind of performance you can get out of them. Nvidia is claiming that the 40 series laptops will have 3 times the efficiency and 4 times the performance of their previous gen. They're also introducing additional Max-Q technologies like DLSS 3, ultra-low voltage DDR6, tri-speed memory control, and high-efficiency on-chip memory. These things can equate to much better power efficiency and greater performance, as I said, with the 4 times increase. They also stressed the increased sales of 14-inch laptops. It's funny I say that because I'm using a 14-inch laptop right now. So Nvidia sees this, they focused on that market this time, and they're designing the 40 series laptops to come out in a 14-inch size. So they're shrinking everything down, giving it better power efficiency so it doesn't have to have as beefy cooling. That's what people want these days. They want the portability of a small laptop, almost like a tablet. You could slide it into your backpack and take it with you wherever you go. When you're talking about 16 and 17-inch laptops, you have to have a much bigger backpack and a stronger back to be able to hold things like that. Nvidia is going all in on huge performance gains, but maintaining a small form factor of a 14-inch laptop. So the 40 series laptops are gonna come out in 2 different tier categories. The first tier is gonna be the 4070, 4060, and 4050 class GPUs. They're going to start at $999, and they'll be available on February 22nd. The second tier of laptops is gonna be the 4080 and 4090 class GPUs. They're gonna be available on February 8th, and they start at $1999. Something Nvidia focused a lot on is upcoming games. I felt like I was at an E3 conference. But anyways, they're gonna be pushing their DLSS 3 technology into a bunch of new upcoming games, which is nice. That's always a good thing. Some of the games that Nvidia mentioned today are going to be The Day Before, which is going to be an MMO zombie survival game set in a post-pandemic America. Throne and Liberty, which is going to be another MMO and a sequel to the first Lineage game. This is like their second in a series. It kind of reminds me of the Diablo games. It looks a lot like it, and you're just going to be working together with others to be able to do a dungeon runner type of thing. And then the last one they mentioned is Atomic Heart. It's an FPS action role-playing game, and it's coming in late February. These 3 games look pretty good. The graphics just keep getting better and better, and I totally understand why GPUs need to become more and more powerful as we go on to be able to run things like this. Now, technologies such as DLSS 3 help us get higher frame rates while not having to have such high performing hardware. So you get better performance, and then even better when you use stuff like DLSS. The last thing Nvidia touched on is kind of impressive to me, and it's their studio driver updates. The content creator space is becoming larger and larger these days since everybody can use essentially their laptop and become a content creator. Some things they mentioned in their studio announcement is the live creative collaboration. So if you're creating like a game or something, you can actually collaborate in real time using Nvidia's Omniverse technology. They did a little demo of it. I thought it felt really shill-like because everybody in the call was really pushing Nvidia products. The one girl mentioned that she had a 4090 and it's super fast and everything. I just felt it was placed in there kind of fake. So their live collaboration looks pretty good. It does work the way it's supposed to as long as you have a good internet connection. Like I said with GeForce Now, internet connection is everything these days, and you have high-end hardware to be able to edit and change things in real time. As I mentioned, Nvidia Omniverse is the cornerstone of this entire project. The collaboration won't work without it. The whole thing is based on their Omniverse technology. So what it is just their entire suite of software that they're going to be using for studio collaborations. Another thing they introduced in their studio stuff is Eye Contact. What it does is I could be looking at a teleprompter on the side of the screen, and instead of my eyes being focused on that, it will superficiously impose my eyes to face the camera. You pick where you want to be looking in the studio. So I guess it's kind of good because then you don't really need a traditional teleprompter anymore. It's a neat technology. I'll have to use it in person to kind of see if it's worth it or not. Maybe I'll use it and see if you notice that I'm using it, or if it's creepy and you don't like it at all. The beta for their Eye Contact software is going to be sometime in Q1 for all RTX GPUs. So that includes 20 series, 30 series. They didn't specify that it's just 40 series. So if you have a 2080 Ti, you might be able to use Eye Contact in your videos. That's everything that Nvidia revealed at their press conference, I just wanted to get the information out to you. Thought I would record a quick little bit. We're in our hotel here in Las Vegas, so Sam and I are on site to be able to go over to CES. I don't want to waste any more of your time or any more of our time. We got to get this thing edited and get over there immediately to be able to check out all the new tech that we'll be reporting on every day from CES. So make sure you subscribe down below if you're not already, and don't forget to give this video a like since, I do all this work for you guys. And as I always say, I'm Danny with Danny's Tech Channel, and I'll see you in the next one.